Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, this is Proxify here, back for another set Prox Guide of Ori, Will and the Wisps. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we got the dashing functionality, and we are going to have to put that to the test here in this video for today, because we are going to be battling out with a boss by the name of the Hornbug, and this is actually, I want to say, the second boss that we are going to have to go and face within our time. I know that we just went and saw, like, the first of many of the said bosses. That was all the way back in the Inkwater Marsh, and I'm pretty sure that we will have to go and battle him again soon. I know that was just only a one-time appearance and he kind of ran off right afterwards, but now since we do have some specialized abilities and whatnot, we should be able to go and head on into some other type of areas that haven't really been accessed to us before, which we can go and do now and actually battle out with that said boss a little bit later. But for right now here, we are going to be battling out with the Hornbug. He is going to be the second boss that we're going to be encountering, and this is going to be a battle which I will go and show you guys exactly on how we're going to be able to go and do this. And again, this battle is all about timing, so just try to make sure that you time out how you are going to do a little bit of some rhythm with the actual said type of boss that is going to be out here. Now this guy works in a way of like how those smaller little enemies were. You guys may probably recall that they had like a little bit of like an exposed point like on their behinds there, and all that we have to go and do is just try to make sure that we just hit that exposed point from the back end, and while he keeps on jumping up like that, that's what will give us the good enough time to get some damage off. So just make sure they at least have some specialized abilities as well, because if you've ever been finding some abilities that have been kind of increasing your attacks as well, you should be able to get a little bit of some extra more damage off on this said guy here. He does actually like to have any type of fire as well, so you want to be a little bit careful for that. I know that when I went and did my post recordings, even though that this was actually not really my said first attempt out here, he actually got me right on the spot, because I didn't realize that he actually did have some fire moves that he also liked to set up as well, so I got myself completely destroyed. But yeah, so this was actually, I want to say, like, maybe one of the other attempts that I went and did that went and perfectly went out of our way for him. So you guys will be able to see that I will get this win that is going to happen. But within these two videos for today, we are going to not only just be doing Ori, but we're also going to be doing Phantom Hourglass, Rayman Origins, actually. We are going to have to go and head on into a brand new area, which that is going to be I guess it's like some sort of like food area, I guess. It's like also, I want to say a little bit of like some sort of like fiery area as well, too. So that should be pretty interesting. I forget what the actual name is. I think it's like somewhat of like a Spanish name or something like that. So it's going to have like a lot of type of like, I guess like a Spanish type of cultural type of stuff that's going to be showing up there. So that should be pretty interesting. And we'll try to rescue out as the TCs as we go along as well too there. So here we go. We're just going to have to just do one more said jump around on this guy. And I want to say that within the last few hits, this Hornbug is now completely done. And that should give us an achievement that is going to happen. I kind of like how the fact is that, like, even though that, like, Nintendo doesn't really have, like, said achievements, like, regularly, I want to say, like, kind of like in the way of, like, how, like, Xbox or, like, the PS3 has, at least with this game actually has for its type of achievements, is that it will kind of notify you within the actual said game itself. So, pretty nice there. So yeah, as you guys go and see here down below, while we are kind of heading through this actual set area, there's a lot of those type of purpley laser beam things that are just like showing up. Well, what's going to happen is that if you guys vaguely remember, when we were crossing through like a different set amount of like other areas, kind of like seeing those type of weird viney little crystallized like little plants that have been showing up. Well, I know that before we couldn't really go and do anything by like cutting them down or anything, because I thought normally if you had to go and use like maybe like an arrow or something, maybe you can possibly go and maybe use that as like a said type of rope at some point if you needed to like hit down with that crystal. But no, that's actually not going to be the case. Actually, what's going to happen here is that with these said actual ropes is that you will be able to go and use something known as the bash functionality on Ori, and all that you have to do is just hold down on the L button and you should be able to kind of guide yourself into the proper direction that you want to go into with, and you'll actually get yourself a little bit more of an extra boost of some extra more height. So you'll be able to go and find some extra other little hidden goodies along the way. So that's what we are going to be doing for a little bit here before we actually go and start heading into the next part of this said type of story mission here. And not only that, but using the said laser beams will actually guide you into doing some extra more boosting as well. So just trying to make sure that you go and use that throughout your time too. And just like that, it looks like we got ourselves with an energy cell fragment, and it has been increased. So that is really nice. So now we have a set of 4 of those said magic increasing there. Now this one could be a little bit of a tricky one because you guys may probably remember this area from before since we went and headed down that entire pathway from the last time, but we couldn't really go and do anything within there. But now we actually do have a little bit more, some extra more of those type of currency. So at some point, whenever we do need to go and have to buy out on more of those spirit shard abilities, or even just the regular abilities itself, or even for maps for that matter, we actually do have enough money for all of that stuff. But here we are. We made it to, I think this is where we are going to be meeting up with the said Kwolok guy himself. This is basically his neck of the woods that is going to be here. And we will be meeting up with him. And he should be able to give us something a little bit interesting. And we're going to have ourselves with our very own Navi fairy that's going to be around with us for the time being. So that should be pretty nice. So at least we'll kind of get like some extra other information. Maybe she'll probably tell us where some other things are going to be located as well. So yep, this is actually Kwolok. He's just basically this big, huge, ancient frog guy out here. And he does look pretty cool, if I have to say. The design of him looks pretty nice. But since we are getting ourselves a little bit more into the end of this outro, I do want to go and just kind of just say is thank you guys so much for going and checking out here with Ori for today. So for basically for next time is that we are going to have to continue onwards, probably by heading into another, well, I want to say probably by returning back to a previous place, because I think by now, for what this particular mission is going to show us is that later on, after once this story part is all finished and done here with Ku, and where she has literally been wandering off into with, we will get a brand new guide locator type of map thing, and it's going to show us where our next objective is going to be. And we are going to have to backtrack through like the Inkwater Marsh, I'm pretty certain, to go and head into another location. And I think by that point, within that said next video, we should be able to go and actually take on the actual said first boss of the game, which we couldn't really go and have done from before. But now since we do have some new special abilities there, we should be able to go and do that. So I'll probably have to go and do a few little bit of some edits here and there, just so that I can at least kind of manage back to where we were somewhere within the Inkwater Marsh the last time, where we kind of had to stop with some stuff since we didn't really have a lot of upgrades to go and do. But here we are now. It looks like the little Navi fairy has went and showed up all the way over here. So yeah, so basically this is just going to be one of these tag-along buddies out here for the time being. So this is the voice of the forest, huh? But I'll let the cutscene kind of go and just run its course out here, and I'll see you guys for the next time. And of course, peace.